Thank you, Council President. Yesterday, we recognized, I believe, the 1 year anniversary of the first COVID diagnosis in our city. It's been a rough year for all of us, particularly though our young people whose high school and college years have really been impacted. And that's why I think it's important today that we recognize when good things happen, particularly as it impacts our younger people. Last night, really good.
Domb,
Yes.
kindergartens also got snatched away from a lot of children as well, sir. Thank you.
Last night, a really good thing happened in Philadelphia. Drexel Dragon men's basketball team won the Colonial Athletic League championship game, making it the NCAA tournament for the first time in 25 years. Congratulate President Fry, Athletic Director Zilmer, and Coach Spiker and the team for showing us how teamwork and determination make the difference of our young men and women. That example of teamwork and determination is how I want to begin my remarks today. Each week since the beginning of February, it's been about 5 weeks now, I've taken the opportunity to address with my colleagues on council one overriding message. We cannot fight this pandemic if we do not come together around a massive plan. Today I'm going to skip the rhetoric and give you the numbers and let the numbers speak for themselves. On February 22nd, the CDC allocated a total of 63,690 first and second doses combined. On March 1st, the CDC upped its allocation to a total of 68,640 first and second doses combined. On March 8th, the CDC once again upped its allocation to a total of 70,980 first and second doses combined. 3 days ago, the Health Department informed us that during the week of February 22nd, the city administered 51,300 first and second doses. They told us that the following week of March 2nd, we administered over 90,000 doses, which included the FEMA site allocation of 42,000 doses that week. So the city basically dosed 50,000 people. Given that the city has received over 200,000 doses from the CDC over the past 3 weeks, has only had the capacity to deliver 150,000 of these doses, according to the city's accounts. We are sitting on today 50,000 doses that have not been distributed to Philadelphians. 50,000. And unless we act now, these numbers are only going to get worse. Follow along with me for a moment so we understand the impact. If we need to vaccinate, let's just say 1.2 million Philadelphians, and 2/3 of these vaccinations require 2 doses of either the Pfizer or Moderna dose, we will need to administer 1.6 million doses of Pfizer or Moderna vaccines and 400,000 of the Johnson & Johnson doses, which is one shot, for a total of 2 million doses. 2 million. According to the Health Department website, the city has administered 435,000 doses to date. Yet, according to the city, as of 2 weeks ago, 42% of our first doses went to non-residents. The total number of fully vaccinated, 2-dosed Philadelphians at present is somewhere around 100,000. With that, our goal, our objective here, has to be to administer approximately 1.8 million more doses by the end of May, which is the timeline President Biden has laid out for distribution. Earlier this week, the Health Department told us we don't have the capacity to dramatically scale up our vaccination efforts, limited by the number of providers we currently have. In addition to the providers in place now, the Health Department is ramping up 6 sites, which can do 400 to 500 shots per day. But these sites are only open 1 day a week, so they collectively only add 3,000 doses to our distribution totals per week. The Inquirer today reports that the Health Department has approved 60 more sites. But if we can only keep 6 sites open 1 day a week, how are these sites going to get us to where we need to be? Our inability to develop a plan that we have requested that is scalable to meet vaccine supply chains will only delay our ability to save lives and to get Philadelphians back to where they want to be, and frankly, after this long year, where they deserve. According to my calculations, if we vaccinate at our current pace, we'll be at herd immunity in maybe 7 months, depending on how long FEMA sticks around for help. That's not the worst news. Look at what we're being allocated and what we're able to distribute. In about 3 weeks, we'll have to reserve all our doses for those who need a second dose. Example is the convention center. As of March 23rd, no more first doses there. They're going to switch to second doses. This means that we won't have capacity to administer more first-round doses to people, just as more contagious mutant strains are entering our city. I think it's important that we talk about the numbers as they relate to our equity goals for distribution. We were told at FEMA site at the convention center, a neighborhood site that is 67% white, was selected to achieve racial equity. Yet an analysis of the city's registry, which is the only way to get an appointment at the site, shows that less than 20% of the registry live in the 15 most underserved communities of color in the city. When you put our biggest vaccination site in a white neighborhood and use an invitation list that is overwhelmingly white, it seems we're set up to fail on equity. When we first announced the Philly special plan, I and others said this is the best plan for scaling up our vaccination capacity and achieving racial equity. Today I say that this is not just the best plan, it may only be the only plan we have to get the job done at this point. Our role here is to ensure the administration meets our expectations and the public's expectations on the delivery of this vaccination. In the last week, we discovered a lot of details about what we're doing, and it's not looking great. Now we have to fix it. And I hope all of you will stand with me to encourage the mayor to open up Lincoln Financial Field and other large-scale sites with a plan. We need a plan to deliver 1.8 million doses before the end of May. Because as of now, we are on the wrong track and we are heading in the wrong direction. Thank you, Mr. President.